Hello warriors, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I am Lycan Warrior and welcome to the channel. In this video I want to talk about why I prefer Conan Exiles to Ark Survival Evolved. So as a disclaimer, this obviously is my opinion. Some people do prefer Ark Survival Evolved to Conan Exiles, some people hate survival games. It's everyone's personal opinion. Now, I've put hundreds of hours into Ark Survival Evolved. I've played on both official, PvP, PvE and private servers. Now, I'm someone that loves customization, especially when it comes to character customization. I love it. Now, I was let down so much on Ark Survival Evolved when all you could do was make a generic character with massive deformities, essentially. It was just ridiculous seeing these characters with like huge forearms or huge necks. It was hilarious, but you know, the character customization wasn't there like it is on Conan Exiles. You can do all the features of the face and make an actual character that looks different from other characters. Now, apart from character customization, I also love armors and kitting out your character with great gear. And now this was another letdown for me from Ark Survival Evolved, since you only had maybe 6 armor sets. I mean, yeah, you could get more improved armor sets, but that's like 6 compared to Conan Exiles, where you have dozens, and you're not forced to like wear one armor set because it's the best. You can actually mix match, you know, different armor sets that give you different attributes, or you know, you can wear a armor set that you like, or different armor sets. You can have medium, light, heavy. You know, you don't really get that choice in Ark Survival Evolved. Now, expanding on gear, we have weaponry. And this is where the two games, you know, are separate because of what they are. Whereas Conan Exiles is a medieval fantasy kind of game, Ark is kind of an action adventure game. You know, it has guns and like alienized weapons and stuff. So you can't really compare the two on that, but you can compare the variety of weapons that each have. Well, Conan, for example, has loads of different weapons. You know, you have javelins, spears, throwing axes, single-handed weapons, single-handed swords, double-handed warhammers, bows. I could go on. And then each one of those weapons has like different styles of those weapons. So you can have different races of weapons. So you can have a Cimmerian battle axe or a Stygian battle axe, etc. Whereas Ark's a little bit more linear, where you have, you know, an assault rifle, flamethrower, an RPG, which is, you know, it's not bad. There's still variety there, but it can't compete with Conan's variety, if you see what I'm saying. So if we move away from kind of character customization and look at building, this is something where I feel Funcom looked at Ark and said, how do we use this as a base and expand on it? Because it has everything that Ark has, but improves on it. So you can build circular towers, you can build circular houses, you can build round towers. Something you can't do at the moment on Ark, unless you use mods. You know, these simple things should be in the game. You can stack foundations in Conan. No, you have to use a mod to do that in Ark. As well as this is, you have so many decorative items in Conan. Like, so many. You can pick up skulls of dead bodies after harvesting them, and then place a pile of skulls on the floor, or put a skull on a pike and put it outside your base as a warning. You know, you have plenty of different flags. You have carpets, different types of beds, all these things that you can immerse yourself in the game. You know, that's one thing that a lot of games fail at, is failing to immerse a player in its world. And that's something that I think is really important when it comes to gaming, is immersion. The more immersed someone feels in the game, the more they want to play it. You know, people will play games to escape the real world, so you know, any sort of immersion is good. And that's something where Ark fails at, is that kind of immersion. They don't really have that many things that they do. Everything has a use. You know, nothing is there to kind of make it feel more like home. Now if we continue with the immersion theme and look at the NPCs in the games. Now Conan Exiles has people, whereas Ark has dinos. Conan also has animals, but not dinosaurs. Now, the fact that you can tame dinosaurs and fly on birds in Ark is truly amazing, and it's a really, really great dynamic for a game to have. And I loved flying an RG. You know, I grew real attachments to some of these dinos, but you know, it is a different feel to Conan Exiles when you can go to a city and talk to friendly NPCs, you know, and go into a tavern and buy a drink or buy food. It's a different feeling, and it's the same theme of immersion. You know, I feel more immersed into the world of Conan when I can go raid a camp, or I can go into a city and talk to an NPC that can kind of tell me to do something. On Ark, we can go out and hunt an animal, you know, or we can go out and tame something. There's no real incentive to do bosses except for materials. So the whole game is focused on raiding. And now if we talk about raiding, Ark Survival Evolved obviously is focused and centered around raiding. So of course, you know, there's more things that you can do to raid. So it's obviously better on raiding. But this is where I think Conan does it in a more fun way, because Conan isn't necessarily about raiding, it's more about sieging. Right, I got way more satisfaction of raiding in Conan Exiles using a trebuchet than I ever did in Ark. The feeling of setting up a trebuchet as a team, you know, working together to load the trebuchet and then seeing that fucker fly at a wall is incredibly fun. Just seeing a trebuchet fire a ball at a wall and watching it crumble or burst into flames is the most satisfying thing I've done in that game, and it really is, it's amazing. Now by no ways is Conan Exiles a perfect game, especially at the moment. There's a lot of bugs and issues that need to be fixed, and a lot of features that need to be added to make it a lot better than what it is. But you know, that is the growth of these games, especially when it comes to survival games. They become better with time, features, updates. Now, I loved my experience with Ark Survival Evolved, I'll never forget it. But from what I'm experiencing at the moment, Conan Exiles speaks to me on a level that Ark never did. And that's why I prefer Conan Exiles to Ark Survival Evolved. Thank you very much for watching. Please let me know what you like about Conan Exiles and what you like about Ark Survival Evolved. Please, if you're new, subscribe, like the video, tell me about it in the comments. See you later.